Hi and welcome to GRVO TV, G's Reviews, Views and Opinions. I'm doing a quick video on my latest acquisition, and that is the Sigma 24-70 EX DG f2.8 lens. This is the slightly older version. I think it's been superseded probably once or twice. So it has the autofocus drive as opposed to the built-in motor. So this will only autofocus on things like the D7000, the D700, the D300, things like that. It won't autofocus on anything without a drive motor like the D5100, D5000, 3100, 3000, etc. Okay, so now I've got that out of the way, we'll quickly go over the lens. It's a strange lens for a couple of reasons, and I don't know if they were trying to be a little bit clever or just different, or what when they was making this lens. The first thing to note is the manual focus ring, when you're not in manual focus, just spins freely. Now the idea behind that is so that when you've got your camera on, and you can hold the lens and then turn the camera from like into portrait mode nice and easy, which, yeah, sounds like a good idea, that's fine. But then if you look, the zoom ring is just behind it. So when you're picking up the lens and fitting it to the camera body and things like that, the only bit that doesn't really rotate is the centre little portion there. So you've got to pretty much pick it up by that to snap it onto the camera. Because if you try and do it with that bit, it doesn't work. So that's in a way it's a good thing. In a way, I'm not so keen. I could have done without that personally. The second weird thing to note is if you want to use this in manual focus, you need to, like on my D7000, you need to clip it into manual focus on the camera, and then you need to slide this ring back like that, and then you get a little M there for manual focus, and as you can see there, that's now in manual focus. The third weird thing, and this is on a few of the Sigma lenses, it's not just this one, is you'll notice when you zoom, the rear lens element, see, I'm struggling to hold it and zoom, the rear lens element actually moves in and out. Now that causes a couple of issues. One is suction, and it sort of gives it a funny feel now and again, and there is a possibility of it sucking in dirt, I suppose. So that's a weird thing. It's not on the 70-200, but it is on the 18-50 that I've got as well. It's the same. Because this is the older type lens, you've got your aperture control there, which is locked down, and when you put it on the camera, that all sorts itself out, so you don't have to worry about that. As I said, the zoom, when you're starting off zooming, so you say you're in at 24mm, it's at its longest, and then when you zoom, it actually pulls itself in, which is the opposite way round to the majority of lenses that I've ever used anyway. Again, the only thing I can think is that they're doing something to reduce the size, because the Sigma lenses generally tend to be shorter than the equivalent Nikon lenses. I mean, the 24-70 Nikon lens stands about this high, and I don't really understand why they're doing that, but it's quite innovative, I suppose. But if it doesn't need fixing, then why mess about with it? I really don't understand. The filter size on this is huge. It's 82mm, but the lens itself is not that massive. You can see that. There's quite a lot of dead space here, so I don't know if it's the lenses behind the front lens that are requiring this to have an 82mm filter. But again, I would have thought they could have got something a little bit smaller on there, but anyway, it's an 82mm. You get the lens hood, which is absolutely fine, works no problem at all. Always keep the lens hoods on, because it protects the front of your camera from bumps and whatnot. Goes on and off easy. They even give you a little white dot, so that when you put it on in reverse, you line the white dot up with the middle, and then it snaps on nice and easy. So you've got your little dot for when it's the wrong way round, and you've got in and out for when it's the right way round. So that makes getting your lens hood on and off nice and easy if you're into that. Again, metal mount, no weather sealing as with any of the Sigmas. 24-70 fills the gap between the 70-200 and the 18-50 that I've got, and is a really good all-round lens. I will throw up just, I've only done one portrait session with this so far, and I will throw up just one picture just to give you an idea of the quality of the lens. But I've got no issues with it whatsoever, apart from the quirkiness, shall we say, which, you know, if that's a deal breaker for you, then so be it. For me, it's more important to have all my lenses f2.8 than worry about things like that. I have used the Nikon, and it is a lovely lens, there's no doubt about that, but if you can't afford them, these are a great you know, alternative. There's obviously Tamrons and other makes out there. I just tend to stick to Sigmas because it's what I know. With all the lenses, you get a lovely case, which I never use, that just goes upstairs with the box. I suppose you could use the cases, but if you've got a big enough bag that they go in, but I don't use any of the cases, they just go nicely in my bag. Anyway, that's the Sigma 24-70 EXDG 2.8 lens. Hope this helps. Cheers, bye.